Red, self-existing earth, the reading for yesterday, and I'll keep it brief and do the reading for today, but I am writing and getting lots of messages about the year ahead, so I'm sorry that I'm a little out of step with my videos. So yesterday, the self-existing energy was about grounding and the measurement and definition. 4 is the number of form. It's the number of carbon. We are carbon-based life forms, and this is a carbon planet. And so there's a lot within that about how it is we structure ourselves. And the wizard, the wave that we're in, is structuring reality and using the earth elements to do so. And so red earth represents nature and Mother Earth and this earth ship that we are on as it is hurtling through time and space and on a particular journey, a journey of evolution. And it speaks to the synchronicities and time, because Earth time has its own time, and this is a calendar of natural time, so it's attuning us to Earth time so that we can really work out where we are and reconnect to our cosmic divine intelligence. And so in the wave of White Wizard, Red Earth in the 4th position is speaking to how Wizard is basically working with the earth energies, working with the earth elements and alchemizing those to create realities. And we have to ground our practice of understanding the fundamentals of this earth and how it works, because that is speaking to how the whole works, because as above so below there is a structure, and if we can get to grips with this structure then we can extrapolate the other structures. And Wizard is doing that, looking at the micro level of this and understanding the macro. So it's going beyond, because Wizard is the wisdom of heaven and earth, which allows us to be magical manifestors, which basically means more deliberately able to manifest what we want rather than feeling hapless, powerless, unable to create because we feel that we are existing in a random chaos, which is not the case at all. So Red Earth is speaking to that grounding in nature, from nature, just as the Taoists did, and that whole observing nature to really understand everything. And so that's the key part of yesterday, which leads us into today's energy, and it's New Year's Day today, so we are beginning a new year, 2021. We left 2020, and this year is in the Wizard Wave. So the Wizard Wave that I've been talking you through is holding this whole year, but specifically the year began now with white Overtone Mirror, which puts us in this place of truth and clarity. And we need to have, so I'm going to jump back, so we need to have groundedness in order to receive truth. So if someone's going to say, well, tell you something, the truth, normally we sit down so that we can receive it. So it's interesting that, that we can see that in our behaviors, and that's part of our human nature. We can see how it works. And so it's interesting that the last day of an epic year, 2020, was this self-existing earth. And it was speaking to the fact that we just needed to get grounded on the earth and reconnect with nature, because we are spinning out of the control of an artificial overlay that is not natural. And 2020 was the pattern interrupt, I call it. Nature confirming. I love it. The pattern interrupt. It was a portal, 2020, 2 zeros, 2020 vision, hindsight, now looking back. although a lot of people are looking back at 2020 and are not appreciative of what it represented. And yes, it was very difficult, but when we change gears from one reality to another, there's going to be a little bit of chaos. But it's all being divinely orchestrated, and there is a higher intelligence at work. And when we use this cosmology, we can see what is going on and understand it, and therefore be in less resistance and find our place in the process. So 2020 has been an incredible shift in consciousness, and even though there is a long way still to go in that process, it is the beginning of something new. And we have had the great conjunction and the shift into the age of Aquarius, and all of these cycles converging and confirming this is a quantum leap moment, and that nothing is going to be the same, and that it is quite an amazing journey that we're on. And we have time now with this year of 2021, which is going to be a year of truth and clarity. So there will be more truth revelations. We've been in the age of truth since January 2017, when we began that terrestrial cycle, until 2030. And it's converging with the wizard era that began in 2019 for 13 years. And this year, 2021, we are now in a convergence of those two energies, mirror and wizard, truth and magic, the truth of magic. And magic and wizard just means wisdom, which is knowledge. So it's about the true knowledge, the knowledge of truth, the truth of who we are, where we are, and what it's all about, if we are prepared to receive that, of course. And it's coming anyway. And they say, the truth will set us free, but it might annoy you a little bit along the way, and we maybe are in that just annoyance part. But the overtone energy, the fifth energy, because we're in the 5th year of this truth cycle, is about empowerment. So this is an empowering truth. So it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be better. It's like having surgery. You have to have something cut out. We have to have our delusions and this illusion cut away for us to see clearly. And that portal of seeing clearly opened up in 2020. And coming back to the knowledge is power. And power corrupts, and power corrupts absolutely. So what we're going to learn is about the dark wizards, as I call them, which are just people and beings that have had the knowledge and have used the knowledge as power over a larger amount of people. A small amount of people with power over a larger amount of people, so an enslavement in a way. And we are about to set ourselves free, which is the story of the age of Aquarius, is the freedom from enslavement. And we need to wake up to the fact that we have been enslaved, and that there are dark wizards, and there has been knowledge that we've been denied because we've been lied to by the people of the lie. So it's a difficult process of growing up, because the 12th archetype is human, and then there's the Skywalker, which is reaching towards the cosmic truth to make a cosmic connection to our divine guidance and blueprints, and that leads us into Wizard, the 14th archetype. So we're in the age of the wizard, which means humanity has to step into the wisdom of understanding who they are and what's going on, and reclaim their power by reclaiming their knowledge. And that will mean a shift in power. And we've had that in the sky, in our cosmos. We've had a changing of the guard with Saturn moving into Aquarius. And so there's going to be this changing of the guard on the planet, which is moving from the control to the freedom. And we are all going to have to face that dynamic within ourselves in this year to get into alignment with the cosmic influences. And so that's why we're in the Blue Lunar Storm, guided by the monkey, which represents the inner child, and storm is the vortex of change. So we're in a storm of change, and storm is the chaos before mirror order, well, actually after. So normally there is the truth creates chaos because it turns everything upside down, but also they are cycling back and forth between each other. Out of the chaos comes order. And how do we feel about this new reality, the new truth that we are getting, and how do we respond to the chaos, and whether we welcome that as part of the progress, because we need to keep moving, because storm represents energy, and energy is in a constant state of movement and regeneration, and that's what we are. Everything is energy, and energy is moving, so we have to keep transforming, and that's what's happening. And so that's a little prelude into what lies ahead, and I will go into it a little bit more, because all of this wave of White Wizard is speaking to the process that we're in, and this year is very significant in that process of bringing us to a higher truth, an empowering truth that will set us free, and giving us the knowledge, the truth, to empower us to step into our power, so that we reclaim our power from those who would have power over us. So that is a little piece of what 2021 means, and I will go into it some more tomorrow.